hats I wear. Usually have a lot of balls in the air. And that's kind of like the expectation for an entrepreneur, right? Just doing a million things, working 20 billion hour days, like work weeks. But that's not the life I want. And I believe in energy, not in story. And I don't take standard procedure very seriously. So, in simplifying my life, it started to just drop things that I didn't like to do in terms of running my business. And I know that sounds crazy. That's like, well, Ingrid, like there are certain things you just have to do, whether you like to or not. And that's true. There are certain things that I have to do that are non-negotiables. I got to sort out my life and, financial stuff and accounting and all that. But, one thing that I don't need to do that I've held on to for years is email marketing. I hate email marketing. Every time I have to go to frickin' Constant Contact or MailChimp and create a campaign, it's cumbersome, it's annoying. I don't do it very often. I do it sporadically. I'll get all beat up on myself, and I'm paying for the privilege. Paying for the privilege of being annoyed by email marketing. Why? Because it's what I'm supposed to do as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. I need to have an email list and do the email marketing. And the nudge I've been getting from Spirit has been simplify, simplify, simplify. So that was the first place I started. I went and I canceled it. I'm not going to send emails anymore. I'd rather do an Instagram video. I'd rather post on Facebook because that's where I'm happy. That's where I feel comfortable. That's where I get interaction and engagement. And I let it go. Let it go. I developed an app called the Pocket Ministry. It was a brilliant idea. It was brilliant. Have my own private app, have videos on there for Apple and Android, and people would be able to subscribe to it for whatever they could and get these special teachings from me. Brilliant idea, fell on its face. Happens all the time. That's just the nature of being an entrepreneur. It's like you try about 15 different things that are all brilliant ideas, and that 16th thing is the one that hits. It's like, oh, that's the alignment right there. You're playing in the energy, boom, you hit it. Well, my Pocket Ministry has been sitting out there for a while, not doing a whole lot. And again, I've been paying for the privilege. And so I disbanded it. I shut it down, stopped everybody's subscription who had subscribed to it, dismantled the app. Facebook group. I've had my Facebook group for 5 years. And while there's plenty of people in that group, I have not felt the energetic flow to be posting in there, to be doing anything with it. Spirit has said, nope, too small a container, and has asked me to go bigger, 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 broader with the message. Like here, where it's available to anybody who might stumble on it and not just in a closed group with a, limit, with a ceiling. Archiving that group. Scary to do because I'm supposed to. What do you mean you're archiving a group with 2,000 people in it that want to hear from me? Well, they can friend me. They can find me on Facebook. Those people who are active, they know where I am. They're already connected to me on other platforms. So I'm going to archive it because the energy flow hasn't been there. So I'm talking about my work, entrepreneurship and business. And that's certainly the place where I've been able to very concretely let go of anything that was complicating my path, complicating my mission, complicating my work. And that feels really good. I thought it would feel really scary, and it did for a minute. But then as soon as I let these things go, these different areas of just okay, this is not happening, it's not happening, it's not happening. It's an energetic suck, it's a financial suck, it's just this weight that I've been carrying around. Weight, all these little weights that add up to a lot of weight. So let it go. I let a bunch of it go. I'm getting very focused on social media. It's where I like to hang out. It's where I found you. And moving forward from there and already feeling the energy expand. My work is not just work, it's a mission. It's what I'm here to do. It's my life. My whole life is the Bhava Spiritual Mission, is spiritual teaching, is mediumship and channeling and tuning into Great Spirit for a greater purpose, to be of divine service. And I don't want to do it over emails. I don't want to do it over emails. So clearing all of that out it's simplified my life. And in that simplicity, I'm seeing and feeling this energetic expansion that simply was not possible while I had so many balls in the air and so many different things that I wasn't maybe doing, but kind of thought I should be doing. And so it's hanging out over here. It's like when I get to it, just dropping it. We tend to think that the simple life means a small life, but it doesn't. Simplifying your life, simplifying your relationships leads to the expansion of your life and your purpose and your energy. It leads to the fulfillment of your dreams, because while you have energy sucks and weights pulling you down and sucking you in, whether that's your work, your relationships, your family, your thoughts, your emotions, how can we simplify is what Spirit is wanting to get out today for us. For me, really starting yesterday, bleeding into today, and now for you, what can you simplify? And it can be cutting things out, it can be stopping subscriptions, and it can be, what thoughts can you let go of? What BS conditioning can you become aware of and let go of today? What are you trying to control that you can let go of today? Letting go of control is a huge simplification process, giant energy expansion. There's almost nothing in your life that you control. Certainly not in your relationships. Relationships are multiple players, not just you and one other person, but all the people you're connected to, all the people they're connected to. It's an incredible amalgamation of free will. You cannot control that. All you can do is show up in your integrity and your authenticity and let the chips fall where they may. If you're showing up and doing your best, to quote the 4 agreements, right? Always do your best. That's one of the primary agreements from Don Miguel Ruiz. Show up and do your best. Let the rest go. And then you don't have anything to regret. You don't have anything to hang on to. Simplify your relationships. If relationships stop being enlivening, let it go. And I don't mean necessarily kick them all to the curb. Maybe that's what's on your docket. Maybe it's just an energetic detachment and a release and moving into your own sphere for a little while to get clarity on how you want your life to look and what you need to simplify. Simplify your emotional experience by letting yourself feel it and not getting too bogged down in the why or the story or the blame or whatever it is. You're feeling pissed? Let yourself feel pissed. Let it run through you. Simple and done. Feeling sad? Let it run through you. Simple and done. Simplify. That is the big message for Spirit. For me, that showed up in a very concrete way with my work, where I was able to cut away some physical stuff, and maybe that will help for you too. What physically around you can you find to release in order to simplify your life? Maybe it's your possessions. If you have a lot of clutter in your house, in your home, what can you toss? Like how many books do you have? How many have you read already that you're never going to read again? To Goodwill or your secondhand store of choice. What books do you have that you're never going to read? What books can you do audiobooks or take it digital, right? What heirlooms are you hanging on to that really don't serve your energetic expression? What clothes are in your closet that you never wear, that you kind of hate, but you keep just in case? Do you really need more than 2 or 3 pairs of jeans? How about your shoes? See what I'm saying? Look around you and start to concretely and physically simplify. And then as you're physically simplifying and releasing, maybe it's just organizing a drawer, organizing a bookshelf. That makes it simple and easy. And then pay attention to your thoughts. How can you simplify your thinking? How can you simplify your emotions? How can you simplify your communication? Simplify your relationships. Simplify. Because a simple life does not mean a small life. We think, oh, a simple life, you're like kind of, out in the woods by yourself with no money or, whatever the story is around what simple means. But truly what simple means is cutting away the excess BS that prevents you from expanding into your highest and fullest expression, into all that you can be, into reaching up towards your dreams. I think I heard somewhere that Obama wore the same suit all the time, or he had a certain number of clothes that he wore. And so he knew what he was going to wear every day of the week. And it was a decision he didn't have to make. He simplified. That's a great idea. I think I'm going to totally do that. I've always had this dream about one of those capsule wardrobes. You know what I mean? Where you just have a few clothes and you're able to mix and match them. I totally intend to do that. But that's a way to simplify. So in the simplicity, in opening up that space by simplifying your life, you're going to expand into a greater version of yourself than you thought possible. We have to have the courage to let go of our attachments and to let go of our shoulds and to let go of our ought tos and really only hang on to what we want to. I want to show up on social media for you. I want to post this video. I want to do live videos. I want to take Bhava broadcasting. I want to show up for my community. I don't want to send emails. I don't want to dick around with an Apple app because they make it so difficult. Great idea. Not great for me, because there's certain things I don't want to spend my time doing. I want to spend my time showing up and being of service. That's how I want to do it. And so everything else gets to go. And it just hit 11:11 right when I said that. So I hope this has been helpful to you, and I want to know, how are you going to step up and simplify your life? How's that showing up for you today, gorgeous? Because you're going to give me some good ideas too. I'm already looking around going, oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's areas to simplify. So thank you. Thank you for jumping on and sharing in this little satsang with me. Let's keep doing this, huh? Keep putting it out there. I love you to death. Bye.